fellas. The boys are back. We're back on set.
We're back.
We were in Chicago last week.
We're so back.
In Chicago last week. Apologies to everybody. Yes, we did not have the video version up, but the boys are back. Delanie's back. Taylor's back. We're all back. We're in the locker room. It's spooky season. What'd you do today? Day 2, Spooktober.
Day 2, Spooktober. Well,
have you gotten a pumpkin pie latte like your boy?
No, it's very early. Actually, my first coffee just came in this Jason Voorhees Friday the 13th mug. Got that at Spirit Halloween yesterday. No free shout to Spirit Halloween. But no, I have not gotten into the spirit of as of day 2. Yesterday I had a double header in spooky shows. And Talon brought up the Treehouse of Horror. And I was like, what a classic. But what I'm fired up about, obviously I'm fired up to do this show. But Delanie, I know as soon as the show's over, you and I are in that cave, and we're putting on some fucked up stuff. Some things that are like, why are we watching this?
I got some fucked up shit.
I know you do. You're a messed up cat.
Yeah.
Have you decorated?
No, I'm not a decorating kind of
But you
guy.
have to.
We're
going to embrace Spooktober. It's the 4 simple rules.
1, October is now Spooktober. 2, you have to watch a spooky something every single day. It could be Halloween Town or it could literally be The Exorcism, anything in between.
Yes.
3, you have to celebrate every single week by doing something. That could be a pumpkin patch, that could be a haunted house, those sorts of things. And then finally 4, decorate. And dude, it doesn't have to be.
Put a pumpkin on your
porch.
Right.
I'm at a rental. Like
Just put a pumpkin on your porch.
Pumpkin on the porch. That's all you do.
I mean, I could do
and
that.
Listen, I literally had a guy over at my house yesterday, and I'm spending thousands of dollars on decorating this year.
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars. Why? It's not about me. It's about my children. It's about people that drive by my house and they go, what? Yeah. And then they feel weird about it, and the farther they drive away, they're like, maybe I need to do that too. So they do something as simple as a pumpkin, but they'll drive past again and they'll add a little bit more. I'm just trying to get the city of Nashville to buy into Spooktober in a way no one's ever seen. We had the greatest day 1 of Spooktober we've ever had. Had the greatest day. Pumpkin spice lattes yesterday, Spirit Halloween yesterday, decorated the entire office yesterday, watched multiple spooks yesterday.
A little blood splatter behind you.
And Will did a great job with the splatter. That's his splatter he put there.
Oh yeah, that's decent.
That's his. Will splattered all over the studio for you.
That looked like a glob for sure.
He globbed all over the place.
Yeah.
And it's up to you to also do that in your house.
I mean, once my house is built, I'm definitely going all in. Craziness.
Right.
Trust
But
me.
you're also really, really old. So you don't know if you're going to make it into that house. You need to decorate now.
You should say that because a lot of athletes just die.
Well, listen, I'm looking out for you. I was an athlete too.
Don't jinx me.
You're like 40.
How old are you?
33, dude.
Oh, I thought you was 37.
No, I'm young.
37?
I thought I was 37.
He's saying you look pretty old.
That's all right, dude. There might be a little bit of tread in the stars. And yeah, I haven't shaved my beard in a week. It looks like pubic hair, but guess what? Spooky.
I thought you came in like right after me. That's all.
No, you were like 40 already in the league by the time I came in.
No, I'm fucking with you. I'll get it done. I'll get it going.
I need photos from you.
Yeah, I'll get something going. Pumpkin. So I may just put the lights up. How like the lights at night, the house.
That's all you need.
That shit is crazy. Yeah, I may just go get
we
that.
have I don't need to get into. Do you just want to get into Thursday Night Football? People are here.
Before Thursday Night Football, at least say what my percentage was last week.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
I just,
the old saying
I had a hot hand last week.
The old saying, C's get degrees. Will Compton, 70% on his bets last week. He went won 14, lost 6. 14 and 6 last week.
That may be the first time you ever done that.
Incredible.
That's all right.
Now, you only have to be above what, Stevens, 52% to be profitable?
Yeah.
52.5. With that being said, Delanie, go and tell me what I was last week.
I thought y'all said 40 something. Now we saying 52?
How could you be 40% in bets and be profitable?
49%.
That's still less. That's still less than half. What was my percentage last week?
Yours was 57%.
57%. Let's get another round of applause for that. Not as good as Will Compton, but hey, we're still making money. We're making money.
Who you got? Okay, all right.
Say Delanie's last week.
But
Delaney wasn't
2 weeks ago. Say it was on your sheet.
Delanie wasn't part of it last week. 2 weeks ago, he was 39%, but we all know Delanie. We love him. God loves him.
I don't get it
until
week 5. Week 5, that's when I kick in. Week 5 is when I kick in. So this the week you kick in? This is when I kick in.
All right, let us know how you feel. Thursday Night Football, Bucks at Falcons. Falcons, 1.5-point favorites. The over-under on this game is 43.5.
I'm glad you came to me. I'm really glad you came to me first because I'm going with the Bucks, baby. Got to go with the Bucks. Baker Mayfield looked good going against. They whooped on the Eagles so bad. I feel like they got a high horse right now. They're going to feed off of that. They're going to come in, put them hands on them Falcons. So I'm going with the Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield ain't going to let me down, baby.
I mean, I agree with you. I think their offense is very balanced. Their defense is playing well. But Baker Mayfield being able to throw in the pocket, outside of the pocket, it's like they're so balanced. You got Mike Evans, you got Chris Godwin, you got Trey Palmer. Great receiving core. Great receiving core. They can run the ball a little bit. They haven't really gotten going yet in the run game. But it's one of those things, too, like when you have a dominant pass offense, you have to play a lot more like two shell. So that way you can take away, different weapons that they have. The one thing that Baker is able to do when teams that are going to be going to probably adapting more to two shell is he's able to escape. His escapability. And again, being able to actually run it and throw it on the run. I feel like he's playing at a high level. He's confident. He's talking shit. I love this game, and I love the Bucs plus 1.5 against Atlanta. Falcons, man, like Kirk's still trying to figure it out. It doesn't feel like he's completely there yet. That entire offense isn't completely there yet. Like, yeah, they put up 20-something last week, but one was off of a special teams touchdown and a defensive touchdown. So I just feel like the Bucs, this is a good spot for them. I'm Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I mean, both teams coming off big wins, especially the Falcons, who hit a 58-yard field goal with 2 seconds left in the game to go win it all. A little stat for you guys. Falcons have failed to cover the spread in their last 7 games when they are favored against NFC teams.
Falcons have failed
to cover the spread when they're favored against NFC teams.
The last 7 times.
The last 7 times. But
Hey, take that to the bank.
All right, you like that? Each of the Falcons' last 7 Thursday night games have gone under in total points, so that's where my bet lies. I think
You're going under 43.5.
I'm going under 43.5. I think Tampa Bay, as great as they played against the Eagles, I love Baker Mayfield. He might be my favorite player in the entire NFL right now. I love the attitude. I like the savviness, the moxie, whatever you want to call it.
Over Derrick Henry?
Yeah, I mean, just talking about
because
Derrick's been my favorite for a while.
So if you were to get married, Baker would be in your wedding over Derrick.
I don't know Baker like that. I don't know if Derrick would be in my wedding.
He probably wouldn't come.
Yeah, he probably would not come. You're right, but he would have an invite for sure.
Yeah,
he would have an invite for sure. I think this is an under game. I think Tampa Bay is really good. However, with that Falcons stat, dude, last 7 Thursday night games have gone under in total points. It's an NFC South game. They've known each other. They've played each other for a long time. Both teams understand the strengths and weaknesses of both. A lot of times you find yourself in an under in that situation, so I'm going to go under in this game.
You guys feel good?
Oh, yeah, I'm going Bucs.
Who wants to go get? Yeah, I'm going Bucs. Game of the week. Who wants to start with their game of the week?
I'm going to go game of the week. I'll go game of the week. I got the Ravens -3 versus the Bengals. Now, the Bengals have failed to cover the spread in 7 of their last 8 games against NFC North teams. Each of their last 4 games between the two teams have gone over in total points. And the Bengals have lost 4 of their last 5 games against AFC opponents. That's some stats. How's that? How's that for stats?
It feels like just a 9-inch date over here when he just takes out his little book.
I went
the last 100 times that they've played.
Went hunting yesterday.
I feel like we're on good American football.
Bengals get a win last week. I think the Ravens are figuring out their way to use. You brought him up earlier. Derrick Henry, he had the longest run in Ravens franchise history last week.
Hey, I tell you what, he's
199 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, he's pulling away from DBs.
He
23 miles an hour.
He been doing that though. This ain't nothing new, son.
And people think, he's getting old. He's getting old. But dude, he's a father time cat, dude. He's beating him right now.
Derrick is always gonna be Derrick.
I did
no matter what, bro. When he's 50 years old, he's not gonna be able to run like that. That was one of the dumbest comments I've ever heard.
What do you mean?
He's not going to be able to beat Derrick no matter what. Like, he's not going to be running 23 miles an hour.
Is he going to be playing at 50 years old?
You just said nothing's going to change. Like,
have you seen Eddie George? Like, when you see that dude,
last year, even last year, there was still thoughts of like, hey, has he lost a step?
No, he didn't want to play in Tennessee no more. That's
Derrick's
what
not like
was.
that. Derrick's not built like that. He's not going to just let his foot off the gas.
Yeah,
But I'm saying last year, the way when as the Titans were running the football, there was never the question of has he lost a step. Like, is it the offensive line? Is it Derrick? Is it the offense?
The offense.
We all talked about this chapter is closing. It's like if Derrick Henry was still prime Derrick Henry, then you wouldn't let him go. But you're sitting here talking like he never lost.
They let him go because they wanted to evolve. They wanted to make the offense different. You know how it works when you get a new coach, a new GM. sometimes they don't want that player that came in. They want to change the dynamic, and that's what they did.
Yeah, the return on investment of Derrick Henry. He's the only player in like the last 20 years to outplay his first contract and his second contract. Like you got to think, as a Titan, it's like you think that's the best move to move away from that.
Yeah.
Develop. Still, first off, I want to say something. I don't know what happened in the last 2 weeks. What happened to positive vibes? What happened to positive vibes?
I'll say this. I'll say this. I'll be the only one of us three to be like, when he pulled away and clocked in at 22, 23 miles an hour, I was like, oh shit, maybe he hasn't lost a step. Because there was never a time, like even as he's running last year, the year before, where I'm just dying on the hill saying, Derrick hasn't lost anything. Like, yeah, he's aging. He's a massive running back. He's going to the Ravens. They didn't like figure it out in the first couple weeks, but when he pulled away this last game, I was like, oh snap, the boy looks solid. I will be the one of us three to be like, okay,
No.
maybe I was surprised seeing him run.
I wasn't.
Pull away.
We were all surprised by it.
I wasn't.
You were not surprised by him
No,
hitting
because
22 miles an hour?
they talked about his diet the week before. The man don't no sugars, no salts, no carbs. Only eat after 5 o'clock. Like he got that routine. He just needs to get the ball more. And he knew, I'm gonna start this game off the right way. The old Derrick, first play of the game, boom. Straight up the hole. You seen the DB could have made that tackle. He chose to run to the other side and let that boy run up that hole, and it was gone. He thought he was gonna catch Derrick. You can't catch Derrick.
You know who put Derrick on that diet?
Who?
Me.
Okay. We'll give you that.
Derrick, if you see this clip, let him know I put you on that diet. That's actually a fact.
Credit to Taylor for the Baltimore Ravens win.
Yeah. Okay, good. So you're picking up what I was saying. All right, good.
Okay.
Hey, all right. Speaking of favorite player in the NFL, Jaden Daniels is moving up the rankings for me, bro.
Definitely.
Jaden Daniels looks insane. Like, what was the stat? It was like minimum of 100 snaps, completion percentage in the history of the NFL, like over Tom Brady, over Peyton Manning. I want to say the Washington Commanders have scored in 16 consecutive drives, which I think is a record, yeah?
I think so. I think he holds the record.
It's a record right now.
And he only threw one interception in the first game and haven't thrown an interception
They haven't
since.
punted in the last 3 games. Have not punted.
The man is going ham.
The district is on absolute fire right now. The cloud that has been over Washington for the last decade, with the ownership, with front office, with staff, like the revolving door with the coaching staff, who's taking the blame, this, that, the other. Dan Snyder sells the team. They get in new ownership, new front office. They find a coaching staff they like. Cliff Kingsbury's firing on all cylinders with Jaden Daniels. They found a franchise quarterback in Jaden Daniels. And a couple weeks ago when they went to Cincy, it's one of those things when they beat them and Jaden played damn near perfect. You're like, okay, they beat a pretty good Bengals team. Who knows where the Bengals are actually at? Just history says that they start slow. But all right, they beat the Bengals at Cincy. Then when they go to Arizona, like just knowing what that culture has been in the last decade, it's like, all right, they win a big game against Cincy at Cincy. Let's see how they handle a win going out to Arizona and facing the Cardinals. They beat the shit out of the Cardinals at AZ. And now they're getting to play at home against the Browns, hosting the Browns, and the Browns fucking suck.
They're terrible.
Deshaun Watson sucks.
Myles Garrett, a lot of injuries
sucks. I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, God damn.
Miles,
Will is
love
on
you. I'm just
a
joking.
crazy ride right now this episode.
But
He's not having
I
his best
love
year.
the
We can say
Commanders.
that.
The Commanders.
He's mad.
The Commanders at home. I love this pick. I love Jaden Daniels, and I think Washington. I think Washington is a real contender this year. So I'm going Commanders -3.
Oh, nice.
I like that. I'm in on that.
All right.
I'm in on that.
I'm going to tell you mine.
You in on the Commanders?
No.
You
What do
going
you mean?
Browns?
No.
So you going over?
No.
You going under?
I was just messing with you. I'm taking the Commanders, of course. Come on, man. Got a black quarterback out there.
I know. But
Looking
you was telling
good.
me you wasn't liking him.
You never heard that out of my mouth. Never. Come on, son.
I feel you.
He should.
Delaney was always like, I can't believe these black guys think they can play quarterback.
I
He was
never
always
said
saying in
that.
the league.
Delaney, I will say,
Never said
fired
it.
up about Joe Flacco with the Colts.
I like Joe.
Same.
I like Joe.
No, I feel you. I was just trying to defeat him.
Oh, yeah. No, come on, man.
Defend
White,
that.
black, it don't matter
Yeah,
to
it
me.
don't matter. Whoever
Hey,
can spin it.
Yeah, who spins it and wins it, I'm all about it. Okay. My game of the week gonna be, you know what I mean? They said Sam Darnold was dead. They said the man didn't have it. They said he couldn't get the job done. But the dude went to the Vikings? got the starting job because my man got hurt. We're gonna just say that he got hurt.
I don't think that's true. I think Sam still had the starting job when
think so?
JJ got hurt. Yes. It was still like an up in the air thing.
Either way,
Either way.
you have to be ready to fucking play when your number is called at all times.
And this man showing up, showing the fuck out. I got to go with the Vikings, man. Just Sam Darnold, something about him, man. He's out there looking clean, making passes, controlling the offense, getting the defense fired up just because he out there making plays left and right. Got 2 receivers on the outside. Throw it up. Throw it up. Let them go out there and make plays, and they do that shit well. So I'm going with the Vikings.
And Addison's back, too.
Addison, that's what I'm saying. He just came back.
JJ,
Addison came back last week. Had I think he had like a screen pass, took it to the crib, or it was like a 5-yard out, whatever it was, and just took it to the house. So them boys are back. The Vikings looking good, man. I'm taking them, what is it, -2.5.
I love the pick.
I love it, too.
Because I think Sam Darnold is actually entering into the MVP conversation.
Yeah.
11 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Somebody who, like you were saying, throws it. He looks confident. They can run the ball. Flores, that defense on the other side, like they're playing nice, bro.
Playing nice. All phases.
All phases.
All phases.
I do like that. We were talking about that on the bus
right
this
with
week
you.
about Jaden Daniels and Sam Darnold kind of maybe being in the MVP race.
Stepping up.
And that'd be awesome.
And low-key, maybe Baker.
I know. It's just
Yeah.
cool. Just kind of see what's happening. 'Cause every year it's
Changing.
Josh Allen, Joe
Right.
Burrow, Patrick
Yeah.
Mahomes. Like these are the guys you have to worry about. And now you have like these band of misfits coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But that's what happens,
Jared, give me
league
the
get
Vikings
younger.
pick with them. I want in on that action.
The leagues get younger,
Let's do a triple A
I want
stat.
in
Let me
on
get on
that
that too. Let me get that triple A stat.
They
I
what?
know. They
Triple A
don't.
stat.
They
No,
don't
they
have
don't.
TJ Hawkinson
They
back
don't
yet.
But the other tight end been eating too though. He been getting some passes. He been making some moves.
Aren't they going to London soon? The Vikings?
Oh, that's this week.
Is that this
it's
week?
in London. Yeah,
Yes, bro.
it's in London.
I wish I did a better job of looking that up because there is a big stat on when teams go there.
I
I know.
know.
Who's the
bro, and
home
that's
team,
what kind
though?
of brought me up out of the chair.
Who's
What's
the
up?
home team? The Vikings is the home team. Oh, they gonna be there. Yes, they're there longer. The home team always go a week before, and then the visiting team comes 3 days
I
before.
don't think that's the stat.
What's the over/under on that, G? 40.5. And somebody just said something about the unders always hit.
I feel like that's always the stat when you go overseas.
Yeah,
there's a
kind
little
of
sloppy.
groggy.
That field is terrible too.
Yeah, but ain't
Terrible.
they playing on a new field though? I think they playing at that new soccer stadium, right, in London.
Are they?
And they're playing in Tottenham Hotspur.
No,
Yeah, because we had
Tottenham.
Hawkinson on the episode and we were talking about maybe come back for London or the week
don't
right
play
after
there
because they
no
got a bye
more.
week right
I'm
after.
officially terrified. Jets, Vikings, Raiders, Broncos, and Browns, Commanders. That's who's playing in London this weekend.
Oh, all those teams are playing.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Damn,
I'm
Wait.
officially terrified.
this weekend?
Say the teams again.
Right?
3
doesn't it?
teams?
Am I right on that?
No, one team.
It's saying International London Series, and it's got 3 teams above it.
Yeah, 3 teams are playing.
Wait, yeah, because 3 teams play there. 3
Correction. 1 team, 1 game in London
Then
this
next
weekend.
week.
So no longer terrified.
No longer terrified.
Got spooky for
no
a second,
longer,
though.
Yeah, because I'm thinking Jaden, rookie QB over in London.
Yeah,
Who
yeah,
knows?
He ain't never been there before.
Let's talk. You guys want to talk about the ballsy pick?
Yeah. Bring us up, ballsy pick.
Okay, Ballsy Pick is brought to you by, is this the first one, Fireball? This is the second one, Fireball. Ballsy Pick is brought to you by Fireball. So many things make football great, but you know what the best thing is? Kicking the living shit out of your rival. There's absolutely no better feeling as an athlete or a fan.
flipped that
This week, I'm telling you my Ballsy Pick right now. Colts and Jags. And I'll tell you who I'm taking in a second, but that is a nice little rivalry going on in the AFC South. And Fireball Whiskey is here to give you the spark to ignite that rivalry all season long. Grab your football buddy, buy a round, and reignite the rivalry flames. Okay, Jags are 0-4. Got to feel good for Titans fans out there that they have a win and they have a one in the win column. Feels
Yes,
good.
thank God.
And the
Get out of
Jags,
there.
the coach, who his name is still, what was it?
Doug Peterson.
Doug Peterson
Peterson.
does a press conference. They ask him about, hey, the play calling, blah, blah, blah. Do you want to switch it up? And Doug Peterson essentially says, I thought he called a great game. It's a give and take game. Like, we need the players to buy into what they're doing. Essentially calling out the players on the Jags. So I feel like losing the locker room in a lot of ways. Not only that, last week on Sunday, Anthony Richardson, obviously a massive ceiling goes down. Old man Flacco comes in the game. And I know half of that.
Something about Joe Flacco.
Something about Joe Flacco, dude. Something about, and I think Savvy Baby would have a lot to say about
Wait,
that.
so you questioning him, questioning the players, making them accountable? Is
Time
that
out.
where-
Here,
is that
time
where the
out.
league?
Here,
Is
time
that
out,
where
time
the
out.
league?
Here. This will actually be a good conversation for us. If you feel like you have really good leadership in the locker room, and I'm not saying if they do or they don't, but I'm just saying think of times where you have a good veteran group of leaders, and you know it's been on the players. I don't think you mind when your head coach says something like that.
You shouldn't.
But
you know what I mean?
No,
You're
you
kinda
shouldn't.
You're
You
kind of
shouldn't,
because
but-
if you fuck with the coaching staff, you're almost like you don't mind that that's being said because it's like it is on us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, very
He ends
true.
up going around in that press conference and being like, you want to blame somebody, blame me.
Yeah,
But
of
like he
course.
also like took a shot, came back and was like, you want to blame somebody, blame me. For me, I always looked at the podium as a place to fall on the sword anything time things didn't go right. Like you just talk about yourself, die on it, and then as a coach, go into the team meeting room and be like, listen, pull up the film, and you got to get on boys'
So
asses a
true.
little bit. I like that approach a little bit more. Make it seem hunky-dory, like, hey, we're a team, we're going to stay together to the public eye, and then once you get behind closed doors, that's when you can start verbally assaulting the boys, letting them know what's what. That's
Yeah.
just personally what I like more.
But it's not working, obviously, because I'm sure he's been doing that for weeks, and now he's like tired of it, hearing the reporters asking him the same question.
Right.
What is going on? What is going on?
Right.
He
Well,
like,
if you're
we're
0-4
doing our
too,
job.
When you're 0-4,
You know how
your
that's-
buttholes are tight.
You
in
know how
locker
that
room.
shit sit in, like
Yes.
as players. So when you hear that, it's like, let's hold each other accountable now. Like the coach calling us out. Now
Right.
they not taking that blame anymore. It's on us now. What we gonna do to change that?
But Delanie Walker, great leader. Will Compton, great leader. Like, do we have that in that locker room? Is Trevor Lawrence flipping his hair back, going, "Boys, we got to be better." You know, we got to do this.
Who do you
But
see?
all
in
that to
there
be said,
that's a
let
leader?
me land this plane on my pick here.
Oh
'cause
no, go for it.
Anthony Richardson goes down. And I really feel like in the upstairs of the Colts sat there, and like half of them were like, "Yes," just they feel a little bit more confident about Joe Flacco in there right now. Anthony Richardson has a lot of cool throws where he's off balance, he's off his back foot, throws a 40-yard bomb, and it's amazing. But then you get to those shorter intermediate throws, and he's just not putting the accuracy he wants. I'm not coming at Anthony Richardson. I think his ceiling is up here. But Colts kind of have a little bit of a team, all right? You obviously have Quentin Nelson, who's made every Pro Bowl and All-Pro alive. You got Taylor, who does a phenomenal job. You got a young defensive end who's ripping around that corner really well. You got guys that are – I've always viewed the Colts as a well-coached team. Like they've had multiple coaches. When I play, they have a new coach now. I just feel like that's a team that like understands the X's and O's and the rules and plays within the framework of all of that. With a guy like Joe Flacco, who's a little more vanilla, he's going to throw quite a few picks, but he's also going to throw about 5 touchdowns in this game. That's the kind of feeling I get where like the Colts are like, all right, let this kid get healthy, and then the playbook opens up a little bit more as well besides the RPOs. So I will be taking the Colts money line that's plus 124.
I'm gonna say something about the Colts though. I know. Why is the offense calling different with with Richardson and then Flacco? Like, come on, like
2 different skill sets.
it don't matter.
Yeah.
Don't
Flacco
run
can't
that
run.
man. Don't run that man all the time. That's why he's getting hurt, constantly getting hurt. He just had a hip. He had a hip corner.
What if too though, D? Like it's like if he is like Taylor's just saying he's got high potential, a high ceiling. If he is having accuracy issues or he's not seeing certain reads at times, and the staff knows that, you're going to build in certain running game for him because you're still going to utilize him. You know what I mean?
But
If
if you watch
he's
that
not-
game, they ran a lot of high lows with Joe, and they don't run a lot of high lows with him. They try to show off his arm, throwing bombs and deep posts. Do the same concept with him. Maybe he can feed off of that with the high low routes. Bring someone in the flat, throw the corner route over top. Do the same with digs and posts. This man, all he do is try to throw goals with him, fades, posts, deep crosses. He obviously is not working with him. So change up that offense the same way you change it up for Joe. Don't simplify it for Joe and then make it harder for this dude. Like that's what's
I
hurting
almost
him.
think it opens up more for somebody like Joe.
Yeah.
Joe, they
like
kept
Joe
it
goes in
basic.
there and
Season
you can
vet
kind of
dude
open up the
won a
playbook.
Super
You
Bowl.
can.
Full offense.
Because he know every offense, but they kept it easy for him. I promise you. If you watch that, I watched the game.
I think there are guys like Sam Darnold who have to find the right coaching staff and the right scheme to have success.
True.
Anthony Richardson's one
He's
of those
one
guys.
of those guys.
I think
Yes.
a guy like Joe Flacco is a plug-and-play guy that has
Anywhere.
the brain and the understanding to go into any offense and be relatively
Oh, yeah.
successful.
He like Ryan
That's why.
Fitzpatrick.
That's why we sit here and we
and
say
he's like, what, 40 years old? He's also got the perspective. Like, he knows he's
could be the last
just
snap.
playing with house
Could
money.
be the last year.
like
doesn't
Ryan
doesn't care.
Fitzpatrick.
Willing to sling
Yeah.
it. Anthony Richardson is at the beginning of his career. He's in his second year in the league, and it's he showed a
can
little
hurt
bit
him,
of promise
though.
the first 5 games of the year last year. Gets
Yeah.
injured, then that happens, and now it's like kind of like we're watching with Will Levis. Like you want to be the man so bad. There's just like there's so much more pressure than a guy like Joe Flacco who's like, I got a relatively good offensive line. I got good receivers. I got Pittman Jr. in the corner. He's 6'6". I can throw the ball up to him anytime I want. I feel good. I know where my hot routes are. Those types of things is what is going to help the Colts because that's a good ball club. That's not really
Just
doesn't
like
show
you
in the
said,
record.
Will Levis and what they did with Rudolph. They simplified it for Rudolph when he came in the game. Every team does that with the backup quarterback. Do it with the starting quarterback and see how well that works.
Yeah, but it's not like Mason played that well.
he didn't
Mason
play
didn't
that
play that
well,
well.
but he
And
They
also,
ran the ball a lot better.
from
They
a scheme
very
standpoint
did.
as well, like if you're playing the Miami Dolphins who have zero offense at this
Right
point,
now,
you know
no
you have to
offense.
basically protect East and West. When you see Tyreek Hill go into motion, you're like, all right, we got to get guys flooding over there because you saw Hundley. There's 3 or 4 passes. He underthrew Tyreek Hill 2 or 3
overthrew.
times, and the one time Tyreek had a massive gap, he actually overthrows the cheetah.
I know.
So it's like as a Titans, you're like, we just got to contain them and play very conservative ball on offense. Don't
Very
turn
true.
it over. We're gonna be
Very
just fine.
true. Yeah, so true.
Everything's a chess game. Everything's back and forth.
True.
With
Very
Flacco,
true.
I feel like you could open it up way more than you could with Richardson.
We'll see this week. See what happens.
Yeah.
I think we'll see. what we
because
saw
they're
last
gonna
year.
open the playbook up a lot
Same
more.
ballsy pick. Colts money line.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah.
Oh, you taking that?
Yeah.
Great conversation about it too.
Yeah. Very, very, very good.
What's your ballsy pick?
My ballsy
Favorite team?
picks, My favorite team, the Panthers. No, no. I'm going with the Panthers. Obviously, I'm going with the Panthers because Andy Dalton is at him playing quarterback. The dude had showed up last week, made some throws, putting the ball in the end zone. I feel like the Panthers can get the Bears. This is a week he can go out there. Andy Dalton can show his team what it's all about, get the Panthers going, fired up by getting a win over the Bears. So that's my ballsy pick. I'm taking Panthers money line plus 160.
It's a good
I'm
pick.
staying away from him. What an ugly ass game.
That's a good pick.
Andy Dalton back at him. You didn't see?
They can score points. I like the pick. I'm just saying I don't watch any of the Panthers like Bears or everybody's kind of aware of how how downhill that's going at the moment.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking them to get this win. They need this win.
Yeah.
And a similar situation as the Colts.
Very.
Take out a second-year guy.
Yeah.
Put in a vet that's playing with house money.
Yes. I mean, he's.
And I just feel like the Bears are. They're not there yet.
And they don't. Yeah, they're not there.
They got to win though.
They got to win.
They gotta
but they're
win.
Not
They
there
gotta
yet.
win.
They're
They
not
gotta
there
win.
yet.
It's
But
dirty win.
when you hear them,
I mean, they got a dirty. Both their wins are dirty wins.
Yeah.
when you hear the receiver say, "Why did we get rid of Fields?" It's just like, sheesh.
No.
He said that?
Oh yeah, he said that in an interview. He's like,
Which receiver?
The Bay receiver. Who else?
DJ?
Yeah.
DJ Moore?
Yeah.
The main
They
receiver.
had-
What are
they
you
got
talking
a
in
lot of-
riddles?
Yeah.
You can't just tell us who the
I mean,
receiver is.
Who else they got?
But I'm
Oh,
saying,
what's his name?
Oh, yeah,
Keenan
yeah,
Allen.
but
Did y'all see the clips?
Oh yeah, King, but he
Y'all
ain't
see
been
the
doing
clips
nothing.
where DJ Moore had been sitting on his own, like on the
I
bench
know.
and everything else?
Yeah, he said, "I don't understand why we got rid of Fields." That's what he said. I was like, "Ooh, yeeky," because he see what Fields is doing in Pittsburgh right now. And
Right. System.
System.
Right coach.
Arthur
there
Smith.
you go.
Arthur Smith,
There you
man.
go. There you go. You sometimes
Arthur
it is.
Smith's going to get himself another shot, boys.
Yeah,
Calling it now.
Let's dive into these. Let's go rapid fire. Let's dive into rapid fire. JP.
JP's doing rapid fire this week.
Rapid fire.
Make sure you look at the camera.
we need eye contact, we need speed, and we need accuracy.
You know, she say eye contact.
Will, what speed do you make mistakes at if you're going to make
Full
a mistake?
speed.
Exactly. First game, Bills -1 at the Texans. The over-under is 47.5.
Texans.
Texans.
Bills.
Next game, Dolphins at Patriots. Patriots are favored by a point, and the over-under is 35.5.
Under.
Gritty game. Under.
Under.
Cowboys at Steelers. Steelers are favored by 2.5. Over-under is 43.
Steelers.
Yeah. I hate that we keep choosing the same one. Steelers.
Triple A stat.
Delaney, start this one off. Saints at Chiefs. Chiefs are favored by 4.5. Over under is 42.
Chiefs.
I like the Saints. Plus 4.5. I think it comes down to a field goal.
Rapid fire, Chiefs.
Raiders at Broncos. Broncos are favored by 2.5. Over under is 36.
Broncos.
Broncos playing tough defense right now in Denver with the altitude. Give me the Broncos minus 2.5.
Broncos, rapid fire.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Will, Cardinals at
team's over here,
49ers. 49ers are favored by 7.5. Over under is 49.5.
Even without Christian McCaffrey, that offense is high powered. I love the Niners minus 7.5 here, Delaney.
It's so Taylor.
Niners and over.
Niners.
A lot of diversity.
Hey, there we go. Hey, bet the Boys Parlay. And I'll be honest.
Talk to God real quick.
I'm fucking this up. Not you guys, me. I think I've missed every week in finding a touchdown.
Week one was me. Week one was me.
By the way, let me.
Week one was me. I picked Christian McCaffrey. He didn't play.
And look.
And then I lost one.
What's better than watching football on the weekend? Watching football on the weekend with DraftKings Sportsbook app in your hand. Our partner DraftKings is hooking up all new customers who bet $5 will instantly get $200 in bonus bets. Follow all your favorite Barstool personalities picks in the Barstool betting group on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Download the app now. New customers who use my code LOCKER and bet just $5 on any wager will get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code LOCKER only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. But it's my fault.
Well, I think
And you, Taylor, by the way, is in the Survivor touchdown.
Survivor.
The Stoolvivor touchdown. He's still in it.
Oh.
He picked Marvin Harrison Jr. last week. Got that.
Yeah.
But he's picked it every week. So I'm going to be honest. I'm very scared to say who I want as my Bet the Boys Parlay. And I would love if you guys had my pick.
Listen.
Do we need to sit me down and they just go and we just go 2 touchdowns?
Nah, we want to
but
hear
hold on.
Whatever's best for the team.
Hey,
Coach.
We want to hear your pick, man.
Whatever's best for the team. I'll ride the pine, Coach.
Listen. Week one was me. I chose a guy who didn't play in the game.
Yeah, but that's intel.
Week two was Delaney.
No, I was week 3.
Week 3 was you.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's just say you're
I missed
60% of the
every
problem.
week, though.
You look at 20 and 20 right here.
But I have missed every week. I'm out on Stoolvivor. I lost in week 1. I tried week 2. They said, hey, Will, if you pick 2 touchdown winners, you're back in. Went 0 for 2 that week. So I'm more than just out.
So you got the yips.
Yeah, I'm 0 for
That's
everything this year.
That's okay. You want to go 2 this week?
I love David Montgomery. I
like that pick too. I like that pick.
He hasn't scored yet.
He
this
haven't
year,
because
Sam Laporta.
But I was supposed to say he ain't been running a lot this year though.
What are you talking
David
about?
Montgomery?
He been running, but once they get to the end zone, you know who they putting in the game.
Hey, I love
Montgomery gets them.
Hey, honestly, I love the Sam Laporta. I mean, Jared Goff, 18 for 18, 294 yards and 2 touchdowns. Literally
Should we
played
go
a perfect
Laporta?
football game.
Should we go Laporta?
Hey, the Lions have a bye.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know about that one.
Hey, maybe you should sit.
I'm
Maybe
out.
you should
I'm
sit.
out.
He's out.
I'm out. I'm sick of this shit,
before he
man.
steal mines, I'm gonna tell you mines. Derrick Henry anytime TD. I'm going D Hen. I see he getting back on track. They playing the Bengals. That man gonna touch the end.
I think that's a good pick.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. I'm going to go Justin Jefferson.
Okay, yeah.
Sam Darnold, we've already talked about him. Chris O'Connell, those guys in Minnesota in the Great White North right
giving
now
it
are
to 'em.
slinging the ball everywhere. They look fantastic. Their defense is playing well. We found out on the show they're playing in London. That's exciting.
Oh, they throwing
But
it for sure.
I really think like part of Sam Darnold showing like regaining his confidence is knowing that Justin Jefferson is out there any moment. You can throw it anywhere you want. So I got him anytime touchdown.
Let's just stay
That is
tuned.
so fucking funny.
Couldn't
that
have went
you're
any
talking
worse for
yourself
me this
in. I
segment.
love Dave Montgomery. I love Sam Laporta. I'm like, low key, that's good. Coop
Bye
says,
week.
There's a bye. There's a bye week.
I'm telling you, that's how off I am right now, bro. Let's go 2. Let's just
All
go
right.
2.
Plus 152.
Let's do one
Okay,
more.
one
Let's
more.
do
one
one
more.
more.
Let's
Yeah,
go
yeah,
one
that
more.
was
Let's
a-
get
Let me,
another touchdown in there.
Come on, bro. Pull it out your fucking hat. Let's go.
All right, hang on. Let me look at a couple things. We can skip some of this.
Brian Robinson.
Oh,
Dude.
Ooh, for the
Think
Commanders?
so?
You say Bijan?
Actually, you know what? I
For
don't
the
know.
you say
Commanders?
Bijan?
No, Brian.
Brian from
Robinson
the Commanders.
For the Commanders. He been getting icky.
Put it at plus 339.
All right, I'll do that.
He been
Honestly,
getting
I was looking
icky.
at the Falcons game on our sheet here, and I was thinking to myself, like, Bijan, bro.
Have he gotten in his zone this
Bijan,
year?
bro.
I don't know if he has.
Bijan. But yeah, Brian Robinson. That's cool. Put that
What
as the
about,
latest
hey,
pick, though.
what about Mike Evans?
I think right now we're gonna park all your opinions on this segment.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I think that's a good one too.
All
I
right.
want
That
you
is a
to
good one, too, 'cause
watch
they
it
throw
hit.
the ball.
Watch it hit.
Yeah, they
Mike
throw the ball all the
Evans.
time.
All right.
It's
Red
up to
zone.
you. It's you. What you want? Which one you want?
What?
In there, Will.
Let's
Just
go,
go
Brian.
four.
Yeah, Brian Robinson and Mike Evans.
Fuck
Will's
it.
gone from
Hot
sitting
streak.
on the bench to now he has 50% of the picks.
What's that parlay there?
Plus 911.
Ooh.
Never forget, dude.
Ooh.
Plus 911. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, boys, we are hitting college football. Dude, you're being very funny today.